Start in a comfortable seat. And just sit in whatever position is most comfortable for you. If you want to sit on a blanket or some sort of cot, you're welcome to do that. And we'll just take a moment to, if you're comfortable, close your eyes. If not, find a spot out in front of you where you can focus your gaze. Just allow yourself to take a few deep breaths while you're seated here. See if you can breathe in through your nose, fill your lungs with air. Exhale completely back out. Go ahead and take a couple more breaths in and out, just like that. So let all of your attention, all of your focus be on your breath. Allow yourself to notice the posture you've taken with your body. Drawing your shoulders back, reaching the crown of your head up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. So allow your whole body to be long and tall. And on your next inhale, joining your hands in front of your heart. I'll ask you to bring to mind your intention for your class. What this practice is going to bring to your life for this next hour. Make a word or phrase in your mind. And on your next inhale, I want you to imagine that you're sealing that intention into your body. And with your exhale, imagine you're releasing anything that will hold you back from that intention. On your next inhale, you can open your eyes if you wish. Start to press the hands up and overhead, reaching them as high as you can. And as you exhale, bring the hands down to about shoulder height. Inhale, bringing them back up and overhead. Exhale, bring them back in front of your heart. And we'll do that twice more. Inhale, pressing up, stretching nice and tall. And exhale, coming down. One more time, inhale, coming up. Exhale down. And from here, part the hands, bring them out to about shoulder height as well. Keep this bend in your elbows. As you exhale, start to press your palms down towards the floor. Go down to your own degree, however far your shoulders can rotate. And then inhale to come back up. And again, exhale, pressing down. Feel that rotation through the shoulders, the rotator cuff. Inhale, back up. And one more time, exhale, press. And inhale up. Good. This time, exhale, drawing the forearms together. See if you can squeeze them in front of your chest. And then inhale, imagine you want to squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you. Really open up through your chest. And again, exhale, squeezing in the front, nice open back. And inhale, open, chest is open. And last time, exhale. And inhale. And from here, we're going to go ahead and bring our right elbow so it's over our left elbow crease. If you can't get it all the way across, just get it as far as you can. From here, hands could come to shoulders. Backs of the hands could come together. Or you could wrap your fingertips around the opposite hand. Go ahead and see if you can also lift your elbows slightly so they're lifted from the chest. And then maybe explore some little circles here. Okay, just going around, feeling that stretch through the back of the arm. And one more time around. And then go ahead and switch, go the opposite way. And go ahead and relax, bring the elbows back down, uncross your arms, and just take a moment to pause, maybe close the eyes again, and actually check in. What does this right shoulder feel like compared to the left? Maybe you can see that this shoulder is actually physically lower than the other one, for me. And once you've taken that time to observe, let it switch. This time, left elbow crosses over right. Again, do whatever modification, whatever variation works for you. Lift the elbows away from the chest again. Maybe hold still. Maybe explore those circles. You may feel a big difference between the left and right side. And know that that doesn't make you odd. Most people have a big difference between the two sides of their body. Okay, go ahead, again, we'll switch the direction. You'll often find that the dominant arm, the dominant shoulder, the one you use more, tends to be a little tighter, but sometimes that's not the case. And elbows come on back down, arms relax. And again, just take a moment to pause, to notice. Again, you guys can maybe physically see in the camera. My shoulders are pretty even now. All right, from here, we're gonna do into some circles with the upper body. So you just wanna stay cross-legged, or you could have the legs straight out in front if you need to just change position. And as you exhale, I'm just gonna lean over to one side, come forward over the left, over to the other side, and then back up. Take it around about 5 times. We're just kind of working on loosening up through the lower back and the hips here. Just with some nice gentle movement. And one more time around, and then we will change directions. So go ahead and switch, do the same thing, opposite way. And just go down to your own degree. If your low back is tight, and you need to keep your circle small, keep it small. Honor whatever your body really needs right now. And making your way back up to center again. Good. From here, we're going to go ahead and transition to hands and knees for a little while. So come on to all fours. If you have a blanket or a towel at home, you might want to bring that under your knees for a little bit of cushion, especially if you're on a hard surface. Okay, just make sure hands are right under shoulders, knees are right under hips. We'll start with some cat-cow movement. So inhale, let your belly lower, your tailbone will lift, your eyes can look out in front of you. Exhale, let your tailbone tuck, your spine lifts, and your chin tucks towards your chest. You continue to move through that spinal extension and flexion. So inhale for your cow. And exhale, make your way back up for your cat. And take about 3 more rounds of movement. That's such an important movement for maintaining spinal flexibility and mobility. And a lot of us have back problems. You go ahead and make your way back down so that you're in a flat neutral spine, just a tabletop position. From here, we're going to work on the core, engaging those abdominals. So inhale, start to extend, bring your right leg back behind you, reaching through the heel of that foot. So your foot is kind of in a slightly flexed position. From there, see if you can extend your left arm out in front as if you're reaching out to shake someone's hand. See how my thumb is pointed up towards the ceiling. Good. Continue to reach back through the leg, reach forward through the fingers. And exhale, relaxing, come back down, we'll switch sides. Inhale, this time left leg will extend. If you're comfortable, right arm may reach forward. Then kind of pull that belly button in towards the spine to engage the core. Good. Exhale, come on back down. Let's do it again on each side one more time. Inhale, right leg extends, left arm can reach forward. Good. Exhale, bring it on back down and switching opposite side. Inhale, left leg extends, right arm reaches forward. Good. Exhale, relax, come on back down again. Good. From here, make sure hands are back under shoulders. We're going to work on a little bit of hip mobility. You're going to pick your right knee up and you're going to cross it from behind over your left. Maybe you can tap the knee down to the ground. Maybe it doesn't touch. It's okay either way. And then bring the knee back across. We're going to do that about 10 times. So cross it back. Might feel a little stretch through that left hip. And then bring it back down. And then continue just to alternate, going back and forth here. And if at any point you start to feel too much pressure in your wrist, I really encourage you to press down through the very base of your fingers and don't let your fingers curl up. That's where a lot of the compression will start to come in. Good. One more round here. Next time that you bring that knee back down, I'm going to go ahead, just go right into the other side. This time, left knee will cross over and bring it back down. Then continue to cross and plant. And so you can inhale as you lift, exhale as you bring it back down. Here you go, a couple more on this side. And last one here. Good. Next time that you bring that knee down, we're going to take it right back to a child's pose. Put your big toes together. Press your hips towards your heels. Arms can stretch out long in front. Forehead can rest down. And also stack your forearms. Create a little pillow for your forehead. We'll rest here for about 30 seconds. And just remember, child's pose is always a welcome pose. Wonderful opener for the back and hips. And on your next inhale, take your time. We're going to work our way back up to all fours again. Bringing those hands back under the shoulders, tucking the toes under, and lifting our knees, coming into our first downward facing dog of class. So explore walking your dog. Bend in one knee as you press down through the opposite heel. So to give those hamstrings a nice stretch. I'm going to have your ears hit in between your arms here and give the head a little gentle shake. Yes and no. And from this downward facing dog, we're going to take a step up with our right foot. So it comes up between the hands. We're going to lower that back knee down once again. And if you have yoga blocks at this time and you want to have them placed on either side of this front foot. So we're going to work on the hips a little bit more. So from here, what I want you to pay attention to is your knee placement. So as you press your hips forward, you should make sure your knee stays over your ankle. If it looks like this, that's not what we want to see. That can damage the joint over time. So keep it over, press your hip flexors forward. And feel that nice stretch to the front of the left hip. And once you've held there for a little while, we're going to work our hips back. You want to try to lift the front toes so the foot is flexed. Keep your hips square to the front of the mat. And then allow yourself to hinge forward slightly. We're drawing the forehead down towards the leg. This working on that hamstring muscle, the back of the leg. Keep as much of a bend in your knee as is necessary for you. We're going to inhale, press back forward to that lunge. Remember, the key here is to really press the hips kind of forward and down. That's where you're going to feel this stretch intensify a little bit. And then exhale, we shift the hips back. Keep them square. Don't sway your hips to one side or the other. That's not going to give you the proper stretch. Keep your alignment right. You take a couple breaths there. Good. And then one more time, inhale, pressing back up to that nice hip flexor stretch. And exhale, press it back, working on the hamstring. And from here, you can shift back forward. Go ahead and step that right foot back. Press the hips around in a circle here just a couple times. Good. Almost like you're pressing into child's pose, but more of a circular motion. So the hips come over to the right and the left slightly. Switch the direction, go around the other way. Feels nice for the back as well. You work your way back to center and we'll go right into the left side. So from here, let's step the left foot up between the hands. So we're in our lunge on the other side. Again, we want to check that alignment first. So as you press your hips forward and down, is your knee still right over the ankle? If you have that correct, we can work on the other stretch. So bringing your hips back. Remember, you can keep a bend in the knee. Foot is slightly flexed. Upper body folds forward over that leg. And again, you're probably going to have a pretty significant difference between the two legs. So, for example, this is my tight side. This one feels so much different than the other side did. Just a couple more breaths here. And then inhale, press it back to that lunge. Hold there for a breath or two. And back again, coming into that half split, that hamstring stretch. And your next inhale, pressing back forward to your lunge. This back foot is going to step up to meet the front foot, landing in a standing forward fold. Soften that bend in your knees, grab opposite elbows, and allow your body to have a few little swings or sways from side to side. And we'll work into our sun breathing here. So on your next inhale, let your hands come up, maybe to your shins, your knees, your thighs. You want to make sure you can draw your shoulder blades together here and reach the very top of your head forward. Then exhale, reaching back down wherever you can. Inhale, arms come out by the ears, pressing down through the feet, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, once again, we're going to hinge forward from the hips, coming back down to that folding position. Inhale, coming back up to that flat back halfway. And exhale, reaching down. Inhale, make your way all the way back to the top. Great, a couple more. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, folding. Inhale, all the way back up. Good, one more time. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhaling down. And inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms can relax back down by the sides. I'm going to adjust the screen. Good. Now that we're standing, we're going to move to standing lengthwise on our mats. So go ahead and take a nice wide step out with your legs so they're a little bit wider than your hips are. We're going to work on our warrior series. We'll start on the right side. So turn your right foot so that the right toes are facing outwards. Bring a bend to that right knee so that it's right over the ankle. Allow your arms to extend out so they're about shoulder height, and let your head turn so that the eyes are looking out over the right fingertips. And a couple of things that you might want to play around with while you're here. The wider your stance, the more challenging it's going to make the pose. But also you can imagine you're pressing your feet away from each other, or imagine you're pulling your feet towards each other. And that's going to change how the body is really holding in the pose. So see how that feels. Take a couple more breaths. Good. And then on your next exhale, we're going to bend our right arm. Let the forearm come down to rest along the thigh. Let the left arm reach up and overhead. And if you want to increase the stretch, you can try reaching the right hand down towards the inside of the right foot, or maybe have a block along the inside of the foot. Do what works for you and your body. And one more breath here. And then inhale, use your core muscles, pull yourself back up to center. Bring your left hand down to your left thigh. Turn your right palm to face the ceiling. And bring that right hand up and overhead, reverse forward. And try to avoid really shortening your left side in order to lengthen the right. There will be a little bit of that, but don't crunch into it. The eyes could look up, they could look down. See what's best for your neck. And inhale, come on back to center. Good, we got one last pose. Bring the arms back to shoulder height. Begin to straighten that right knee slightly and keep a small bend if you wish. Imagine that you're reaching out in front of you with your right hand. Reach as far as you can. And then as you exhale, lower that right hand towards the inside of the right leg. Allow the left arm to lift up and overhead for triangle pose. Try to avoid turning this back hip down in order to reach further down the leg. Keep the hip open, and wherever that place is, just have the hand there. Then you can have it on a block instead if you wish. Good job, everyone. Let's inhale. Core engages back to center. Turn the right toes back to face forward, and we'll switch. Left side turns. Remember, have that foot aligned to the heel to heel or heel to arch. Arms stretch out shoulder height, bending that left knee. It's right over the ankle. Okay, remember, you could play around. Oh, I want to play around with pressing my feet away from each other. Feel how that engages the muscles. Or maybe pulling towards each other. Does that feel any different to you? Okay, a couple more breaths. And then when you're ready, exhale. Left forearm comes down towards left thigh. Right arm can reach up and overhead. And maybe you want to explore how far down you can reach. Couple more breaths here. Inhale, work your way back to center. Reverse warrior, right palm down to right leg. Left hand comes up and overhead, palm is facing in towards you. So you should be able to see the palm of that left hand. Good work. Inhale back to center, working into triangle. Arms come back to shoulder height. We straighten the left knee slightly. Imagine you're reaching out in front with that left hand. Comes down to the inside of the left leg. Right arm can reach up and overhead. Remember, try not to rotate this back hip. Keep it open towards the ceiling. Good. Core is strong here as well to keep you balanced. There's a lot going on in this pose. And next inhale, returning back to center. Arms can relax, turning the left toes back to face forward. We'll do one last pose while we're standing here. On your next exhale, we're going to simply fold forward from the hips, reaching down towards our mat. You can't reach the mat. Again, maybe you want to have a block there to reach for. We're going to be doing a wide-legged twist. So bringing your left hand center of your chest. Bringing your right hand up towards your right hip. On your next exhale, we're going to start to turn, opening that right shoulder, right elbow back, and turning to look over the right shoulder with the eyes. If you want to go up a little further, maybe you can try extending that right arm up. Maybe you want to try walking your left hand closer over towards that right foot. So ways you can intensify, or if you feel comfortable where you are, just staying here. And exhale, take your time, unwind, come on back down. Switch sides, so right hand is center of the shoulder. Left hand comes to the left hip. Exhale, turning, rotating that left elbow back. Reaching the arm up if you'd like. And hold there. Maybe try walking the right hand over closer. Maybe you can see if you can hold on to the leg. Depends on how far you want the twist to go. And on your next exhale, unwinding from your twist, coming back to center. Good. Inhale, rolling up, coming back up to standing. Good. You may walk your feet back towards each other. Go ahead and have a seat back down on your mat and have your legs extended out in front of you. You may, again, if you have that blanket or towel, wish to sit on it at this time. That's just going to provide a little bit of cushion for the hips, and it's going to make it easier on your lower back as well. And go ahead, give yourself a little wiggle from side to side. Make sure you're on your sit bones. Once you feel planted there, we're going to bring our right knee in towards our chest. And then as we exhale, we're going to open that right knee out towards the right thigh. We're going to bring the foot against the opposite leg. And sometimes your hips can kind of go off center here. Mine have a little bit. So I want to just pull that left hip back into the hip socket. Just make that minor adjustment. Inhale, we're going to lift the arms up, nice tall spine. And then as we exhale, we're going to fold forward over that leg. We do not have to stay down. If you'd like, inhale, come back up slightly. Exhale, folding forward again. Do that as many times as you need to until you feel like your back and your body can really relax. And once you feel you've gotten to a place where you can kind of release into the stretch, go ahead and just let the head and neck release down. Again, we're kind of working into the hamstring, that lower back area here. If you need to keep a bend in the knee, please feel free to do that. On your next inhale, we're gonna bring the arms back out by the ears. Lift with our core, coming all the way back up in our seat. Exhale, letting our arms relax down. Bringing the knee back up to center. And crossing that right foot over our left leg. From there, you want to bring your left hand or your left elbow to wrap around your right knee. So you're pulling it nice and snug in towards your upper body. Inhale to lengthen the upper body, sit up as tall as you can. And then on your next exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So turn the head, reach that right arm back behind you, kind of center of the spine. And you might feel a stretch through the outer part of that right hip as well. The IT band is involved here. We'll hold for a couple more breaths. Try to use your breath to your advantage. Inhale to help you lengthen your body. Exhale, perhaps you're able to twist a little bit more to that side. On your next exhale, let the head return to center, followed by the arms and the upper body. And finally, releasing the leg. Go ahead and give that leg a little shake from side to side, let any tension go. And then we'll begin on our left side. So same thing, left knee will bend in, open out to the side. Find your foot placement. And remember to check on the hips. If they feel like they're a little off center, which happens to a lot of people, bring that right hip back so they're square to the front. That's going to keep the lower back safe. So inhale, when you're ready, arms lift up and overhead. Exhale, again, you can fold forward from the hips. You might start to bring a bend to the knee. That's fine. Don't force the leg straight if it feels too intense. Remember, if you want to take a couple of movements before you settle right into that static stretch, go ahead and do that too. Make this class suitable for you. On your next inhale, when you're ready, arms come back out by the ears. We make our way all the way back up. Exhale, arms relax. You lift that left knee up and cross it over the right leg. And this time, right hand or right elbow will wrap around that left leg. Inhale, upper body is tall, spine is long. Exhale, we're twisting to the left, left arm reaches back, looking over towards the left shoulder. And then hold here. And inhale to sit up, maybe a little bit taller. Exhale if you'd like to deepen that twist. On your next exhale, twisting back to center. Arms can relax, legs can unwind. Stretch the legs back out again, give that leg a little shake. Good, and from here, you can start to make your way all the way down now so that you're gonna be on your back. So you need to move your blanket out of your way. Do so. We're gonna have about 10 more minutes of stretching down on the floor. So come down, give your back just a little bit of time to settle. Sometimes the back has to adjust to that new position. And once the back has settled in for a moment, let's go ahead and reach our right knee, bring it around to our chest, reach around to the front of the shin. Just hold it there for a moment. If you want to, you can extend the left leg out, but it's up to you. If that's too much for your lower back, keep the leg bent. With this leg, we're going to start to gradually work it around in a circle. And maybe you want to release the leg, let it circle on its own. Maybe you like having that pressure of the hand against the leg. So honor what feels good to you. I'm going to start it off working with the hips. We're going to end that way too. Hips and hamstrings are kind of today's theme. Go ahead, when you're ready, let's switch the direction of that circle. And returning the knee back to center. And we're going to go ahead and reach underneath our thigh now, interlace the fingers. And on our next inhale, start to work on straightening that right leg up. And as we exhale, we'll go ahead, let the knee bend again, bring the foot back down. Inhale, working it back up. Exhale, bend again. And run through that about 3 more times. Find your range of motion for the knee joint. And see if you can notice how the different muscles engage as you bend and straighten the leg. And next time that you have the leg straight, I'll ask you to go ahead and keep it straight. And then maybe you want to try walking your hands further up the leg to deepen the stretch. Maybe you just want to play around with some ankle circles while you're here. My favorite, as some of you might know, is nerve gliding, which is on an inhale. You straighten your toes, or you point the toes as you straighten the knee. As you exhale, you bring a little bend to the knee, but you flex the foot, you pull the toes down. I find this gives a better stretch or a longer lasting stretch. But feel free to let me know your thoughts. And on your next exhale, we're going to go ahead, stop. You can let that leg come all the way down. And just let it completely relax. And really check in. Does that leg feel different than the other leg? I know mine does. This leg feels like jello. Well, this one still feels really stiff. So let's go ahead and make the other one feel nice and loose as well. So bringing that left knee in towards the chest, and we'll just hold it there for a couple of breaths. And if this puts too much pressure on your back, maybe you want to bend the other knee. See if that makes it feel any better. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead and start circling this knee around like we did on the other side. And maybe it's better for you if you don't hold on with the hands. Now, this practice is specific to you. You have the ability to make it your own. Now go ahead and change the direction. Go the opposite way with that circle. And knee makes its way back to its starting point. You reach underneath the thigh this time and release the fingers. Inhale, straightening the leg up. And exhale, leg bends. Keep that going, a few rounds. Inhale up. Exhale down. And a couple more. Good. And this time, when you straighten the leg, go ahead and keep the leg up. We've got lots of options. Take whichever one you want, whether that's the ankle circles, nerve gliding, whether you just want to hold on further up the leg. Do what your body asks you for. On your next exhale, go ahead, let that leg come back down and let it rest, let it relax completely for a moment. Just notice how both legs feel now. And I hope they feel loose, open, relaxed. And just in case they're not, we'll do a couple more stretches. So go ahead, bring a bend back to your knees. Plant the soles of the feet on the floor. We're going to do our figure 4 stretch. So pick up your right foot and cross the right ankle above the left knee. Make sure that you also flex the foot of that right leg. So pull the toes towards the shin. If the stretch, you don't feel it yet, pick up your left foot, reach underneath the left thigh, pulling that left knee in towards the chest. This is a stretch for your piriformis muscle. So you'll kind of feel it, you'll kind of back through the glute area as well. On your next exhale, you may release the leg. Go ahead, uncross. Go ahead and windshield wiper. So switch the knees from side to side just a few times. Let the hips reset. Okay, the knees can come back to center, and we'll do the left leg. So left leg will lift, cross the ankle above the right knee. Make sure again you flex the foot. That's an important step we forget sometimes. So pick up, right foot if you wish, pulling that right knee in towards the chest. Try not to kind of squeeze your shoulders up too much. Let your shoulders, upper body be relaxed. And just let the stretch happen for the lower body and the hip. On your next exhale, legs may release again. Uncross, windshield wiper a couple more times. And knees come back to center. We lift the feet up. We're going to move into a happy baby stretch. So extending the lower legs up, keep the knees pulled towards the chest. You can see if you can reach up for the ankles, the arches, the big toes, or perhaps even the outside edges of the feet. The wider that you pull the legs to the side and the closer you keep the knees down, the bigger the stretch is going to be. You can also kind of rock a little bit from side to side here. A really nice stretch for the hips. And after you feel you've gotten enough out of the happy baby stretch, you're going to move into a restorative pose. So bring the legs back down, bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees be out to the side. If you have yoga blocks, you could bring blocks underneath the thighs or the knees to provide a little extra support if you need it. I suggest having a hand on the belly here and bring your awareness to breathing into the diaphragm. So you want your attention to be on when you breathe in. You feel the diaphragm expand, the belly will expand. As you exhale, release the breath all the way out. Just kind of feel the belly press down. Just continue to keep your focus there. Then be there for about a minute. And then we will transition to our relaxation and meditation practice after that. So keeping that awareness on the belly, on the breath. You might notice that the hips gradually open a little bit more the longer you're resting there. When you are ready, you're welcome to start stretching the legs out. You can keep the legs straight, or if it's better for you to keep the knees bent, that's fine as well. For the final part of our class today, we're going to do our progressive muscle relaxation. So for this, if you're not familiar, you're going to be tensing and releasing different areas of your body. So just listen to my directions, but otherwise you could have your eyes closed and just be resting. So let yourself get comfortable. If you need to put any socks or anything like that on, now's a good time. And if you're comfortable, close the eyes and just let yourself start to kind of relax into the support around you. So we'll start our muscle relaxation with the lower body. So start to bring your attention, your awareness to your right leg. And then on your next inhale, lift your right leg up just a few inches away from the mat. Flex the right foot, pull the toes in. And on your exhale, let the leg drop back down to the mat. Give it a little roll from side to side. And just let it relax completely. And then bringing your attention and awareness to your opposite leg. On your inhale, let the leg lift slightly, flex the foot, hold it in the air. Exhale, dropping the leg down, little roll from side to side. And again, just let it relax. Your attention will now come to your arms. On your inhale, lifting both arms away from the floor, squeeze the hands, make tight fists. And exhale, relax the arms, relax the hands, give them a little roll. And again, just let them relax. Awareness will now come to the hips and the glutes. On your inhale, squeeze your gluteus muscles, hold them tight. And exhale, just relax and release. Awareness now moves to the belly. On your next inhale, take a nice deep breath in. Imagine your belly is a balloon and you're expanding it to its full capacity. Hold for a breath. And exhale, let it go. Awareness will now come to your chest. Another nice deep breath in. Lungs are full, chest is full. Hold at the top. And nice big exhale. Let it go. Awareness is now at your shoulders. On your inhale, let your shoulders squeeze up towards your ears. Hold them nice and tight. And exhale. Relax the shoulders back down. And now, awareness comes to the very tip of your nose. On your next inhale, let your eyes and your lips squeeze towards your nose. Make a really scrunched face. And exhale, relaxing your face completely. Just take a moment to just scan through your body. Notice if any areas need any extra release. And we'll go through one more time. This time you don't have to move a muscle. Every time I name an area, Just ask it to relax with the power of your thoughts. So just relaxing the toes and the feet, relaxing the ankles and the calves, relaxing the knees and the thighs, relaxing the hips and the glutes, relaxing the lower back and the belly, relaxing the upper back and the chest, relaxing the shoulders, the arms, the hands, and the fingers. Relaxing the neck and the jaw. Relaxing the tongue and the lips. Relaxing the eyes and the eyelids. And relaxing the forehead and very top of your head. Just encourage your whole body, from top to bottom, back to front, side to side, to be as relaxed as it can be here and now. For the next few minutes, give yourself time to relax completely into the support around you. Let your attention come back to your breathing. Every time you find yourself wandering off with your thoughts, with your mind, remind yourself of this moment with your breath. Each new breath is a new moment. Our thoughts are going to come and go. Happiness and joy exist in the present moment. Just enjoy being still, being quiet, getting this time to restore and to rest. And if you find your mind wandering, bring it back to your breath, back to your body, back to what is happening now. Maybe use a number count to keep you focused on your breath. Inhale, counting in your mind to 3 or 4. Exhale, maybe try counting to 6 or 8. See if you can stick with that breath for another minute or so, letting the body and mind relax together. Bringing awareness to right now. No thoughts, no worries. Just be here and now. Before we close out our meditation this afternoon, I want you to think of someone or something that you have gratitude for. And why that is, what that gratitude might be. And I want you to tune in to where you feel that gratitude in your body. Do you feel it in your heart, your mind? Where do you feel it? And wherever that feeling originates, just imagine that it's spreading throughout your whole body. Each your whole body feels warm. And that gratitude is radiating out from your body. For whatever it is, whoever it is. Gratitude is such a powerful force. Even if we're not having the best of days, gratitude can help. As you feel ready, you may want to start bringing some little movements back in. Maybe wiggle your fingers, stretch your arms, wiggle your toes, stretch your legs. Maybe you want to stay resting on your back. Maybe you like to roll over onto one of your sides. When you're ready, I'll give you guys a few moments. Start to make your way back up again into a comfortable seated position. When you have made it back to that comfortable seat, if you'd like, let's join hands back together at that heart space where we made that original intention for ourselves at the beginning of class. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up here today for this hour, giving back to yourself, Self-Care Sunday. Let's take one more final deep breath in. And let it out, big exhale. And we close our practice. We greet one another with namaste. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Very grateful for you for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday.